everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, Square Enix released an AI tech demo over the weekend, and it has become their lowest reviewed thing ever on Steam. An AI reboot of the 1983 title, The Portopia Serial Murder Case, and surely nothing could go wrong when you combine a cult classic with natural language generation technology, right? Well, unfortunately, Portopia, which is totally free, currently has just under 300 user reviews on Steam, and of those, less than 20% are positive. That's the worst percentage of any game Square Enix has ever launched on Steam, down below even infamous disasters like Balan Wonderworld, Babylon's Fall, Left Alive, and The Quiet Man. According to Games Radar, the biggest problem appears to be that the AI only understands the most narrow of questions and commands. If you type something the AI doesn't recognize, which is going to be about 95% of what you input, you're going to get one of the tiny handful of canned responses from the game. Like, I'm not sure what to say about that. Or maybe we should focus on the task at hand. Not exactly the AI-driven future we've been told about. And I guess you'd figure an AI-driven, narrative, text-based adventure would, I don't know, work somehow in 2023. But apparently we are still on the same level of technology as that game Facade from several years back. And sure, it could just be that this AI isn't that good, or maybe just AI backlash in general and people are kind of over it. I don't know. But what I do know is that they've got a lot of work to do. In other news from, I don't know, apparently 1880, Wizards of the Coast sent the Pinkertons, yes, the Pinkertons, to get cards back from a YouTuber? Yes, let me repeat again. I am talking about the real life Pinkertons. The ones that you probably know from Red Dead Redemption 2, or if you're a history nerd like me, you're like, wait a minute, they're still around and kicking? Oh yeah. They even went after Red Dead Redemption 2 back in 2019 for portraying the Pinkertons as not great dudes. Spoiler, they're not great dudes. According to Polygon, at some point on April 20th, YouTube channel Old School MTG published a video showing the opening of a box of collector booster packs from March of the Machine, The Aftermath. Just one of 22 boxes, it said, were purchased from an acquaintance. Little has been revealed about the set so far, which is not expected to arrive in stores until May 12. The video is then what prompted Wizards of the Coast to hire the Pinkertons to show up at this dude's house on a Saturday morning and confiscate all of those cards that are apparently not supposed to be available yet. After the whole ordeal, the Pinkertons put Old School MTG in touch with a Wizards of the Coast representative who was very apologetic about making my Old School MTG wife cry first thing in the morning by sending these heavy-duty lawmen. Look, I get the idea of wanting to reclaim unreleased merchandise, wanting to keep it from being out in the public before you're ready to release it. All that stuff, understandable. But hiring the Pinkertons, who are not necessarily known for their light touch, to do this whole thing is just so ridiculous. Maybe wotc was worried that if they just asked nicely that they wouldn't get it back. It's just so funny to me that the Pinkertons are around and kicking and apparently kicking indoors to get Magic the Gathering cards. That's just a wild story. And speaking of wild stories, here's one out of the blue. Sega of America has unionized. According to IGN, the group, which is based out of Irvine, California, consists of 144 workers in departments such as brand marketing, games as a service, localization, marketing services, QA, product development, ops, and more. Referring to themselves as Aegis CWA, they have filed for a union election with the National Labor Relations Board, which will take place unless Sega of America management chooses to voluntarily recognize the union first. Which means that potentially right now, like ZeniMax or the many studios that are unionizing under Activision Blizzard, Sega of America has a chance to join them in this big new push for gaming unions. I'm all about it. Hopefully Sega of America leadership won't push back the way that Activision Blizzard has. And if anything, what we really need now is a Sonic shirt that says like, gotta unionize fast or something. I don't know. I'm not the brains. They're better at this than me. Maybe a chili dog. Anyway, that's it for today. But tomorrow, oh my goodness, the CMA, Competitive Market Authority in the UK, is going to make their ruling on Activision Blizzard. So whatever happens tomorrow, this is going to be interesting. Can't wait to find out. See y'all then for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.